I can chest this punishment. I can make it. She's not gonna break me. I started spitting Bible scriptures. I promise you. I started spitting Bible scriptures, Joel. Hi guys, I'm Mimi Just Me and welcome back. We are looking good and feeling good, and today I've got like a funny little just looking back on my experiences of what it was like growing up African. So yes, you guys know I'm African, I'm Nigerian, no secret there, and I lived early years of my life in Nigeria, and then my whole family up and relocated to England. So I grew up in England really, but just because you're living in Oyinbo country, Oyinbo means like a white person, in a white person's country doesn't mean that you get the white people upbringing. So my parents, anyway, let's get into this video. We're going to talk about 10 things that you more than likely experienced if you grew up African. And I've done videos like this before, and the Caribbeans and some of the Americans even have been able to relate and say, yes, not African, but I had a similar upbringing. So it's not exclusive to just being African, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's meant to be a funny one, a lighthearted. Don't take it too seriously, and don't forget to leave a like down below right now, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Looking good. We're feeling good. Hey. I even wore my little African print headband for y'all. 10 things that you will have experienced if you grew up African. The first thing is spending the early years of your life not sure if you are your parents' biological child or if you were adopted to be a servant. Like, honestly, I'm not kidding. Like, African households, it's like a dictatorship. There is no free will. There is no, oh, I'm my own person. No. Fumilayo, bring me a cup of tea. Fumilayo, come and pass me this remote. Meanwhile, the remote is literally 1 meter away from her. I am upstairs doing my own thing. I'll call you all the way from upstairs to pass my mum the remote that is right there, but that's just part of the territory. Fumilayo, go to the shop and buy this and that. Fumilayo. It was just like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Am I really her daughter? Or am I just somebody that was left over, and she's using me as house girl? I don't know. So yeah, like, you do a lot of errands and you do a lot of stuff if you grow up in an African household. It's not like you don't get to just chill in front of the TV. Hell no. You're going to earn your upkeep. You're going to earn that roof above your head, that every time you do something wrong, you will be reminded that I put that roof above your head. As if I forgot. As if you don't remind me every 30 minutes. Second thing that you'll probably recognize if you grow up African is church. Going to church. And this is obviously if you're Christian, you grew up in a Christian household. If you're Muslim or another religion, you'll have a different experience. But if you're Christian and African, church is your second home. Even when you're not feeling well, come to church to get healing. There is no, oh, I will stay in my bed and drink soup and get better. No, come to church to get healing. If you don't see, it's because of this attitude that God is giving you sickness or the devil is interfering in your health. Come to church. There is church Sunday, which is standard, but Monday you will go to prayer meeting. Tuesday you go to Bible school. Wednesday you will go to youth choir. Thursday you will go to women in church. By the time, that's why you spent your whole week. Church is life. Yeah. Third one is corporal punishment, or as I like to call, torture. Yes, I said it's torture. Corporal punishment, like the punishments that you have to do if you are bad or if you're naughty, like beating. Like, there is nothing I have not been beaten with. It's like, oh yeah, go and get the hanger. Go and get me my shoe. Go and get me rolling pin. Go and get me the wooden spoon. Go and get me a branch from outside. Go and get me your father's belt. Go and get me the ironing cord. Bruh, I've been beaten with it all. Like, when people are like, oh, I would never beat my kids. My children must chop beating the way I chopped beating. Am I not a fine individual now? Mate, like if the like CIA or if like MI6 wanted to like investigate me and thought, we're gonna like get some secrets out of her, no, darling, I've been being tortured since I was 5 years old. There's nothing you can do to me that my parents have not already done. Punishments like when your parents like a little bit, oh, I don't want to like beat her too much today, so I'll give her punishment. But punishment is even worse than beating, because beating, you just chest your beating and you go, you cry in your room. It takes about 5 minutes to 5 minutes, you're gone. Corporal punishment, you'll be picking pin for hours and hours and hours, and my mom would stay there and like monitor me. If my foot goes below like 5 inches, she will beat the leg back up. She will beat the leg back to attention. Like it didn't. I remember like this one time, and I didn't even remember what I did, but like I was feeling real saucy, and my mom was making me pick pin, and she was watching and observing me. After about 40 minutes of picking pin, my mom's always like looking for, is she repentant? If she's repentant, she can go early. Me, no, I was feeling, mighty full of myself that day. So after about an hour of, I'm not repenting, I can chest this punishment, I can make it, she's not gonna break me. I started spitting Bible scriptures. I promise you, I started spitting Bible scriptures, Joel. I was like, and even though the devil is trying to break me, I will not falter. Father Lord, you have said you will give me strength, even though I may be persecuted. Oh, I was going for it, and my mom was just looking at me like, hey, so I'm the devil in this situation. After about 2 hours, I had lost all my chesting, I'd lost my prayer, I was just ready to collapse and die. And my mom's like, okay, you can go. I went to bed and I was crying, like tears. I couldn't even get upstairs before the tears came, man. Like the punishment, the suffering. My mom just knocks on my door and she gives me like paracetamol, and she's like, next time, remember that I've known God longer than you. He will listen to my prayers before he listens to yours. Boom. That was short. My life was over. I enjoyed. Number 4, religion is the final member of your family. Like church is like, yeah, we go to church. We go to church a lot. But religion is living with you in your house. You can't escape it. Religion is your brother, it's your sister, Religion is everywhere. You pray before you eat. You pray before you sleep. The prayers I have prayed in my life. I'm a prayer warrior. Don't let this, in Jesus' name. Don't let me start for you. I am a prayer warrior. I grew up in a heavily religious house. Like my mom, bruh, we don't joke. And it was like so inbuilt in me that I remember being like 4, maybe even 5, 4 years old maybe. And like I was always told growing up, when you're praying, you close your eyes, because if you don't close your eyes, God will send an angel to blind you. And I know I'm not the only one who was told this. And when you're that young, you believe it. So I was like, close my eyes, God will send an angel to blind me. So I remember one day praying all my family downstairs, and I thought, let me just open my eyes small. Let's tell you, I was a brave and saucy child. I was very brave and saucy. I thought, let me just open my eyes just to see if I can see the angel. I'm sure he will not really blind me. It's God's angel. He will not blind me. So I opened my eyes. Wouldn't you know there was no angel? I was like, now I know there is no angel. Okay, I closed my eyes and fell asleep. I fell asleep during the prayer meeting. And you think, how can you fall asleep during prayer? My mother's prayers could last hours. And I was 4. I was just sleeping there. The next morning, I woke up and nobody was there. I was literally downstairs where I fell asleep. Nobody was there. And I tell you, like, this is one of the more traumatic experiences of my childhood, because I was shook. Like, I was like, what the hell has happened? And I basically thought, because I'd fallen asleep and I'd opened my eyes during prayer, that like rapture had come and I'd gotten left behind and my whole family had gone to heaven, and I'd been left on earth for 7 years to be tortured and persecuted, which is like what the Bible says. And I was running through all the rooms in the house. They were all empty. I was like, they've left me behind. God, why? Why did they leave me behind? I ran out on the street. Everything was empty, nobody in sight. And I remember I had this uncle that lived down the road, and I was crying, like running, like, wow. And I went to my uncle's house, and my uncle was there, and I was like, hey, fellow sinner, thank God. Thank God I have somebody who's gonna be here with me. But he was like, no, child, calm down, calm down. Your parents just went to market. They told me I should look after you. Calm down. But bruh, when I tell you, I will never forget that because it was so traumatizing. But now, like, even when I think rapture's come and like God has come and maybe I got left behind, I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, if my mom picks up, I know I'm good because God is not leaving her behind. Okay, number 5, women belong in the kitchen. Now, if you're from the Western world, you'll be like, what? That is so archaic. That's like crazy. No, that is African mentality. If you're a girl growing up in an African household, your place is in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning. And if you are fortunate enough to be a boy, your place is in the living room watching TV. My mom will be like, how can I be cooking and you are not here helping me? You want to watch cartoons. How? How? Will you eat the cartoons after? Say, but mommy, Toby is watching. Toby is a boy. Are you a boy? Do you want to grow up useless? Which man will marry you? That is all I ever heard. Which man will marry you? Like, a woman's place is in the kitchen. The boys can get away with so much more. Boys can go out, boys can party. Number 6, if you grew up African, you know that your left hand is cursed. And to today, I don't really know what is wrong with my left hand. But all I knew is if I would shake anybody or give my mom food or give my mom anything with my left hand, I would get dirty slaps. I don't know why. It's part of the culture. Your left hand, just forget about it. Your left hand should not exist. It is only your right hand. You do everything with your right hand. But all I know is if I forgot and I mistakenly passed my mom the remote with my left hand, dirty slap or punishment. And I forgot a lot. So yeah, I don't know why people tell me if you know, but your left hand is cursed. If you're African, you must not do anything with your left hand. It's disrespectful. Are you a disrespectful child? Number 7, traditional greeting. I like our culture a lot, especially because it pushes respect for elders, but there are times when it has just embarrassed me. Traditional greeting in like my culture is you bend down a lot, you kind of curtsy, you kneel down. When you're greeting an aunt or an uncle, anyone elderly, you have to do those greetings. Men is even worse. They have to like literally lie like they're doing a plank on the floor. Like, as a girl, it's just like a curtsy or like a kneel down, like your knee literally should touch the floor. And like, fair enough, if I'm in Nigeria, it's not a problem. But having to greet every uncle in England with my knee touching the floor and my friends are looking at me like, Mimi, why are you always like bending down? Why are you always curtsying? Like, what is that about? Oh my God. Really? That's how you say hello? Oh my God. Mommy, why? Mommy, why? Number 8, cooking. Cooking in an African household is a 3-hour long, sometimes 4-5 hour long marathon. Like yesterday, my friend at work, I invited her and another friend for dinner, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make you guys a chicken Caesar salad. And she's like, Mimi, why are you gonna make us a Caesar salad? Why don't you make us something Nigerian? I say, for where? For where? For who? Thank God for white people food. Let me say it again. Thank God for food from white people. I can make salad you eat in 5 minutes, we're good to go. I can make pasta you eat in 15 minutes, we're good to go. If I were to make just stew, just common stew, I will blend, I will boil, I will fry, then that's just the stew. You must put meat by force, meat must enter that stew. So for the meat, I will boil, I will fry, I will 3 hours before you can eat food. Before you can eat in an African house, you will cook for 3 hours. Thank God for pasta and salad. Thank God. I was like, no, my friends, I go eat Caesar salad with me. Number nine, growing up in an African household, your uncles and aunties, when they came to visit, that good old pocket money that you got. Did y'all think everything was gonna be negative? Nah, bruh. That was a good thing. When your uncles and aunties came to stay, you got a top up of your pocket money. So I remember one auntie, she came to stay for like a week, and when she left, she gave me £50. I must have been what, 14? She gave me £15. Meanwhile, my monthly allowance from my parents was £40. She lost the whole month, yes. My parents were hardcore. And my auntie just doubled my allowance like that. I was like, thank you, auntie. Come again soon. In fact, it became a business. Anytime my parents like, Mommy, you've not invited Auntie Afolabi for a while. Why are you doing this? Please invite Auntie Afolabi to stay. Meanwhile, I'm just thinking I'm going to collect money. I'm going to collect money. Mommy, you've not invited Uncle G for a while now. Invite Uncle G. You know, he's very nice. Remember how he did this last time? Uncle G is going to bring money. It was a hustle, man. It was a job. You know, when your uncles and aunties came to town, some would only give you £5, £10. That's all right. Some would give you 50. I'm like, yes, uncle. You knew the ones that were your favorites based on how much money they gave you. It's true. I'm sorry. It's true. And last but not least, number 10, education. You better believe education is the foundation of every African family. All African parents want and expect their child to be educated. And it is such a driving force. I remember growing up and I used to have like private tutoring like after school. You go to school all day, you come back and you do an additional private tutoring. And by force, your children must be educated, your children must be trained. And I think it is such a great part of our culture. Like, it's so amazing because like your parents are looked down on in society if they don't educate you as their child, if they don't train you. Other parents are looking at them like, so your daughter's just going to be useless. Like, I love that, you know, like my parents invested a lot of money in my education, and I think, you know, I've been able to give them what they wanted, give them a successful, educated, well-to-do young woman because of my training. So yeah, I'm really, really happy about that. You know, education is life in my culture. You eat, breathe, studies. You want to get married, not until you studied. You want to go abroad, not until you studied. Like, everything is studied training, you know. And when you can say, like, when your parents can say like, my daughter's graduating as a barrister, like the pride that my mom experienced, the dancing, the joy, it's amazing. Like, yeah, that's my experience growing up African. If you guys can think of any more, make sure you drop your comments below. And if you can relate and you've got funny or similar stories, let me know, y'all. Let me know. We are looking good, we are feeling good, and we are late for work, so I gotta go. I'll see y'all soon. By the way, guys, I have a huge announcement. That might be my next video. If not, it'll be the video after. I've got something to tell you guys, and it's pretty serious. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned and make sure you subscribe before you go. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me at Just Doing Me. One of you on Instagram, because I was saying I've got something to tell you guys. One of you actually managed to guess it already, so that was crazy. So yeah, if you think you know, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you soon.